What's good, cool people over the interwebs? I'm gonna tell you something. Recently, I've been caught up with school and haven't had much time to play games or do much of anything on my computer. I just lied to you, you know, it really isn't because of school or anything. I just really haven't had the urge to play games at all, so. See, I've honestly just been shitting around doing whatever outside. If you watch this video right here, you'll begin to understand what my day-to-day life is like, for the most part. Now, my indifference to video games was honestly somewhat cured by the idea of playing Valheim. I played Valheim like 2 hours on release with a couple of friends back in the day. That must have been like 8th grade or something, which is like actually crazy to think about. Damn, man. Time flies by so fucking fast. I finally understand what my grandfather meant. About time passing by quickly, not the Vietnamese Agent Orange femboys, alright? Fuck. After I finished editing the previous Gragas videos, my veins filled with motivation and my eyes started to pulsate. I was grinding my teeth. I came to the realization, man, that I really wanted to play Valheim. Like genuinely play it. So I decided that I might as well stream and record it. Also, all that teeth grinding and pulsating eyeballs may have been related to my high blood pressure. Hey man, it's stressful when you spend your entire life trying to defend the galaxy from rabid space bugs and get issued a card to extremists. Hey, but you know, we out here living the best life though. Hashtag stay positive, hashtag look on the bright side, hashtag beast mode. I didn't blabber too much about personal anecdotes this video, mainly because I was just trying to understand Valheim. The next video, and yes, there will be more Valheim videos, fucking pieces of shit, will include a bunch of stories. To the actual Valheim content now. I decided to create my character. What are the options here? Let me zoom in, man. Can't even zoom in. Oh shit. This one's kind of tough. Where's the bird? That's not the one I wanted. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's tough, man. All I need is like a hairnet or some shit. What beard should we choose? Oh, that's all they have, man? They don't even have that many options. Oh, this I like the triplets, man. It is Kryptman. Yeah. Is this... Should we just make Fittest? Or... I'm Fittest, guys. Well, if we want to make Fittest, let's just be bald. I don't think Fittest has any facial hair. This is me, Fittest. Mr. Kryptman. Yes, very inspired. If I find this game fun enough and like people watch this, I'll definitely start a public server, probably. I'll most definitely, almost probably, maybe do a public or like a community server or something. Those who know, those who understand. I've been like, I don't know if I have the power to eat outside anymore. I definitely like places like Popeyes, bro. Popeyes is pretty fire, if I do say so myself. I like their mac and cheese is so good. I'll go there and just order mac and cheese, probably. I think it's probably my favorite thing there. I feel like their sweet tea is pretty good too. Pretty delicious. Their Cajun like rice and beans, pretty good. Chick-fil-A isn't as like good as I remember it being, honestly. Their grilled nuggets are pretty good. Their mac is like really good too, but I feel like the carbs, or not the carbs, just the macros in general kind of make me not enjoy some foods. I'll be like, bro, this food's kind of disgusting. The carbs are kind of nasty. Or not the carbs, the macros. I don't know why I keep saying carbs. I actually really like carbs. I think my favorite carbs are probably fiber, bro. I have around 40 to 50 grams of like fiber every day, bro. After loading, I was shown what seemed to be the story of this game. The story starts off by telling us that Odin locked his enemies away in the 10th realm and disconnected it completely from the world tree, Yggdrasil. Now, Yggdrasil connects the entire universe together. Each branch represents a realm, which there are 9 of, and these 9 realms make up the universe. And the 9 individual realms are Asgard, which is where the Aesir gods reside, who make up the main Norse mythology pantheon. For example, Odin and Thor, Frigg, so on and so forth. Up next is Midgard, which is where we live, and by we, I mean humans, okay? Not lizard people, hashtag stay woke. The next realm is Valheim, which is the home of the Vanir gods. These are the gods associated with things like fertility and nature. Such gods include Njord, which is the god of the sea, Freyr, god of peace, fertility, and prosperity, and Freya, goddess of love and beauty. I think there's some other ones, but I don't care. Realm number 4 is Jotunheim, the land of the giants. Alfheim is up next, which is where those disgusting creatures known as the light elves unfortunately exist, okay? If you're an elf, get the fuck out of here. The next realm is a little bit confusing. It's Svartalfheim and Nidavellir, which I believe are the same realm, but it's like inhabited by both dark elves and dwarves. So I think that's why they have the 2 different names to refer to this realm. But like, I don't fucking know. The 2 next realms are Niflheim, which is the realm of ice and mist, and Muspelheim, which in contrast is the realm of fire and heat. And the last realm is Helheim, which is the realm of the dead. It's literally just hell. It's where all the gooners go. Now the current issue is that the enemies of Odin are growing stronger in this prison realm. So he sends out his Valkyries, which are these hot religious chicks that, you know, they'll swiftly murder you for not praising their god enough. Oh shit. You know what, close enough to find the best warriors. Well, honestly, it must have not even been that great because it says that they fucking died. They're just dead. And they take them to fight the imprisoned enemies of Odin in the 10th realm of Valheim. The game starts with one of the Valkyries taking you to Valheim. What the hell? What is happening, man? I've seen this bird before in my dreams. He did bad things to me. Like that homeless guy on the bus. You know, actually, that's why Calvin Klein invented underwear, is because back then, you know, the underwear back then was actually really bad. It would like fall down, and what people did back then was they would like stick their fingers in your butt. You know, they would do that to him a lot. He decided to make a change. He was like, I'll make a change for the better, at least for myself. And he created his underwear, man. People stopped sticking their fingers in his butt. And in mine too, up until recently. And you know what? I feel like I would be so much more motivated to fight methed out freaks who opposed gods if a baddie told me to do so, you know what I mean? Instead we get this chopped ass bird, bruh. How the hell am I supposed to gain the willpower to fight these goons, man? With this stupid ass bird. Whatever, man, I'll just pop 10 kratom and half a rhino pill. It'll practically give me the same rush anyways. After landing, I meet this bird called Hugin, who helps me throughout my journey. He tells me about these sacrificial stones that represent the Forsaken, which were the enemies that like Odin trapped in Valheim. We'll apparently see these stones around ritual grounds, and you'll be able to summon the Forsaken that's aligned with it, and then just fight it, I guess, and kill it. He tells me that the first Forsaken I'll have to deal with is Eikthyr, which from the looks of it seems to be a stag, and a pretty intense one at that, with a description like this. After reading all of the sacrificial stones, I make my way into the world of Valheim so I can properly fight Eikthyr. My journey began with this rapscallion trying to perform some mischievous acts on me after noticing I had no Calvin Klein on. Soon after, Mr. Trop lets me know that I'm an incredibly mentally deficient individual who knows nothing about nothing. Fortunately for this bird, the only 2 things that run through my head pertain to Greek yogurt and gynecology, so the only logical option for me to take is to murder him. Now the bird may be correct about me being mentally handicapped. Anyways, I decided to take my anger out on some trees for a bit, at which point I realized something was afoot. The same scallywag I killed earlier seemingly replicated himself using Yakubian technology. I made sure to swiftly deal with him though. My first real course of action was a 2-step process, first of which was arming myself, which would be essential in defeating these Yakubian organisms, the second being the creation of a workbench so I could facilitate my genocidal tendencies. Throughout my exploration, I gathered an extensive amount of mushrooms, enough to make a white tear drop down Joe Rogan's leg. Let me eat. Oh, am I full? Oh, there's like a meter there. I think that's my food meter down in the bottom left. As well as a bunch of berries. I also felt like an honorary member of the cartel because of the amount of time I actively spent seeking out pigs to murder. I honestly didn't realize how time consuming it would become. Like very much so. Over the course of my two-step process, I learned about there being skills that passively upgrade while engaging in them. Oh, this shows my skills in like different things. Okay, playing RuneScape, guys. As well as the status effects menu, which simply shows you the effects you have at any given moment. The first part of the process was fairly simple to complete. Bangladeshi girls don't stand a chance against me now. I then proceeded to bum around for a bit. Yep, I remember one of my trips went to Dolly Sods in West Virginia, and my friend was just collecting chaga mushrooms. I don't even think they're supposed to grow there, but they were growing there, so we just took a bunch, bro. We had like 20 pounds of it, and then we exfilled. We exfilled like a minute after. What the fuck is this? Where the grass grows underfoot and the sky is blue overhead, there will always be a hearth and a home. Ain't that true, man? It's kind of beautiful, bro. That is kind of beautiful, man. I also created an axe to speed up wood gathering, which, you know, if I'm being honest, was a bummer. I wasn't hitting these trees to collect wood. I was doing it out of passion. At some point, I decided to create a hammer so I can conduct phase 2 of the two-step process, success. Although before successfully using it, I had to make sure it complied with OSHA standards. Now if that doesn't look like it's up to code, I don't know what does. I decided that the first thing I wanted to craft was a bow, so I set off to collect the necessary components to do so. Where did I even get the leather scraps from? Did I get that from killing the animals? Oh, I can get it from the pigs. Yeah, right. Yeah, I got it from pigs, so I need to kill 4 more pigs. It's a very, very ominously shaped rock, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, bro. That kind of scared me. Come here, man. Fuck. Dude, I won't do anything to you. Oh, that man's crazy for running away from me like that. I didn't even do nothing. I'm being judged. Being racially profiled. Just because I'm white doesn't mean that I'm an MK Ultra victim. Oh, fuck. Maybe this is what I need to like offer that deer dude some deer heads, which is kind of freaky if you think about it. Think about it backwards 4 times. I need to find 3 more pigs, bro. In the forest, man. Nothing's going on. We'll say this game's kind of peaceful. I wish it wasn't this peaceful, though. I just want to fucking kill pigs. Dude, is this a scam? There's no fucking pigs anywhere, man. Where the cops at, bruh? It seems like you can only have 1 thing of food, like, uniquely to each other stacked in the queue. Maybe, I don't know if you level up. If you level up, do you get more food slots? Oh, there's a pig. Come here, man. I'll kill this one too, for why not, man? That's for my homie, fucking Raid. You know Ray, you know Ray. Raid. They called him back in the day. He was almost as bad as Crazy J. But that's as far as I'll say. In the past, it'll stay. I'll sink a ship and he'll yell, Mayday. Oh my god. I'm such a lyrical genius. Lyrical penis. With my resources now ready, I craft a bow and decide that a defensive dinner plate and some new Calvin Klein was imperative to putting a stop to these Yakubian butthole bandits. So I set off and I gathered some wood, encountered a glory hole warrior, hunted some deer, found and attempted to destroy a wasp nest that was sitting inside a broken down building. Fucking die, man. I think I'm the one dying. Murdered some swine. Got cold from a Slurpee enema, after which I warmed myself up by a previously unmentioned fire. I chefed up some delicacies, and repeated the first 3 steps without the wasps. I I walked to the shore where I found some flint, which helped me unlock some knowledge. Went back to my little camp and fashioned myself the Calvin Klein as well as the dinner plate that I so much needed. I also figured out that the bonuses that food gives you are more geared towards health boosts, whereas fruits, fungi, and other such things give you stamina boosts. I then promptly picked up my things and decided to go settle down somewhere nicer, possibly down by the shore. I also encountered this thug deer.
1 star. What do you do?
I felt bad for all the cop killings, so I decided to do the only lawful thing and annihilate this criminal.
He's a shoplifter. Lois from Family Guy, Peter Griffin.
I went back to the wasp nest as well, managing to successfully kill it and gain my favorite food item in the game at this point in time, honey. The reason why I like it so much was because it gives you an even bigger boost to stamina than the shrooms or berries. So my current strategy was to pop a honey packet before going out to farm trees so I wouldn't run out of stamina while chopping. And it worked pretty well, I think, but you know, I ran out of it like pretty quickly. Soon after departing, I perused one of those rune stones which imparted some knowledge onto me, specifically regarding the local neck population. Not reading all that version of it pretty much said to kill them indiscriminately.
Well, these things run, they don't attack. Oh wait, what the fuck? They do attack. Yeah, but they run. But he's attacking? Oh my god, I don't know, man. Oh my god, he's dodging and weaving, man.
Because lizard people aren't people, hashtag stay woke. I then decided that this would be a good place to construct my residential living quarters. I did a little bit of this, a morsel of that, a sprinkle of these.
Oh my, what the hell, bro? These dudes are trying to sneak up on my crib. Come back here, bro. Don't you fucking run away. Boy, I'm gonna pull up on the Cordelis Grim Reaper, man. Never ends well for nobody.
And voila.
I don't think I've ever seen a more chopped home in anything.
Home chopped home. I upgraded my workbench by adding this chopping block, which unlocked a whole lot of knowledge, after which I made myself a badass helmet and a foolproof anti-finger Calvin Klein. I then set off into the wilderness to collect enough resources to create a tanning rack, which would run me about 20 leather scraps. So that means that I have to murder a lot of Piggingtons for this. So my character then proceeds to suffer some gastrointestinal issues.
This dude's stomach is not very large at all. Hashtag probably bloated. I can relate, man. Who could relate?
And after a bit of that, I wandered into a submarine sandwich, where our hideous friend tells me to turn around because it's quote, dangerous, unquote, as well as making me aware that there are traitors around in the world now, of which he knows none of their locations, by the way. How helpful. I decided to murder him because of this. His words soon begin to ring true though, because I encounter a young Yakubian filming his killing people with rocks video. Unfortunately for him, I was filming my Yakubian twink murder snuff film, but it soon turns into a gangbang though, nothing I haven't dealt with before. My inventory was almost as bloated as me after the gangbang, so I decided that coming home to craft some things would be a good idea. I completed my leather armor, restocked my ammunition, and took a much needed break for my health. I then created a chest and stored a bunch of things I had no current need for. And finally, I set off, in this beautiful weather might I add, to gather the last bit of resources for the tanning rack. The flint wasn't going to be hard to find as I was near the shore already, and I'm pretty sure they spawn, or at the very least have a higher spawn rate, in close proximity to the water. Now, I had already spent a pretty sizable chunk of time collecting leather scraps from them hogs. I didn't believe that 7 leather scraps was going to take me that much time to collect, but I guess that was more of a hope, because it was like 2 in the morning and I was just tired, man.
Almost have enough. Oh. Get some feathers.
Bruh.
At any rate, I was very wrong. After a long while of exploring, I stumbled across a knowledgeable rock that disclosed to me some information. Apparently, I could lead the pigs using berries, which meant that I could possibly take them back to my living quarters and maybe start a farm or something. That knowledge was in vain though, because I misunderstood the message. See, I thought the rock was telling me that these were swine hunting grounds, so I marked the location on my map as such. Anyhow, I still managed to murder enough porks to make my tanning rack, which finally unlocked the tier 3 upgrade for the bench. With that now completed, I upgraded the unmentioned flint axe I made a minute ago, and finished decorating the interior of the house, at least temporarily. And with that, the first installment of the series is finished. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fight Eikthyr this first time around, but I suppose we'll just have to save that for later. Now, I may have only spent 3 hours playing Valheim so far, but I do think it's a great game, even though I may have gotten a little tired towards the end. I think that may have been due to the fact that it was 3 in the morning. As far as survival games go, I think Valheim is definitely one of the top games, which is crazy to think about because I haven't even gotten close to what the game actually has to offer. The visuals and interesting world really kept my attention the entire time while I was playing.
Damn, the sky looks nice. Oh, I just realized there's a big ass tree. Damn. Wow. In the sky too, the moon. Is that another big ass tree? Damn.
And the promise of building towards something interesting, fighting the Forsaken, really made me want to play more, even as I was falling asleep. But I suppose that isn't an attribute unique to Valheim, or even just the survival genre. Even the really long farming times wasn't really like a downside, cause 1, it's a survival game, and 2, I misunderstood tips that the game gave me directly, so please let me know if you want to see more of this type of content, not even just with Valheim, but with other games as well. I'll be completing Valheim, which will probably take me a minute considering that the editing will take a while, and real world factors will likely prolong the process. Stay #tuned for the next episode, as I'll attempt and succeed at murdering Eikthyr. Make sure to watch out for the next Valheim stream as well so you can watch me do it live. Until then, keep that finger off of the exterminatus button. Kryptman out.